Nah. Nah. Sounds good. Hello, people. It's us, Troopers Game 9. I'm your host, Sugar Bro.
I'm your host, Older Bro.
And we're back playing Katawa Shoujo. We're at the scene, apparently.
Yeah.
Guys, we read that.
Yeah. Guys, I'm laughing right now because, like, I accidentally commented in one of those videos that, like, is kind of divisive, and so I'm getting a lot of responses to it. And by divisive, I mean, this was a Leonard French video where they were talking about AI-generated works and copyrightability, and people are struggling with the concept of, like, people are, like, basically the Copyright Office just updated one of the registrations that were filed, because it was filed as, like, a book with art, and the art was AI generated, so they initially copyrighted the whole book, and then they said, no, wait, the art's AI generated, you can't copyright that, so we're going to delete the original copyright registration, recertify it under a new copyright registration that specifically says you only own copyright in the text of the book and that the art is uncopyrightable. And people are getting very confused about this, and it's like, it's not that hard to understand. It's, if you are not the person who wrote or drew the art, it is not copyrightable. At least not by you. And since AI can't own copyright, no one can own the copyright. It's unregisterable. And that simple concept is confusing so many people.
Yeah.
It's like, so, anyways, come on!
Before she has a chance to forcefully drag me to Ren, Nomiya appears behind her with Ren in his tow. She's not depressed from the... Sorry, that's how I feel right now, though.
Yeah.
She's not dressed for the occasion, instead opting for the usual school uniform and unkept hair. Maybe her natural look is what suits her the best.
Hello, teacher! Hi, Ren!
Unfazed, Emmy greets the teacher cheerfully, causing him to turn around and look down confusingly. Yeah, sorry guys, I've just not had a good day.
Yeah. Who are you? I'm Emmy from school, class 3-4, don't you remember?
She looks positively shocked at the prospect that there could be a person who doesn't know her.
Oh, sorry, you are in the same class as Tezuka is, right? Yeah! You'll have to pardon me. I have trouble remembering students who don't take art. Don't mind, don't mind. Hi, Ren!
Oh.
Congratulations for your super cool art thing. I'm sure you'll be a big hit.
She throws her arms into the air for boisterous emphasis,
Good.
almost hitting me in the face.
Oh, shit. And look, Hisao came too.
Ren doesn't look at me, nor does she greet me. Congratulations, Ren. She keeps averting her gaze, pointedly looking at her sandals.
Oh, boy.
Oblivious to the tension between us and ignorant of what happened yesterday, Emmy keeps on blabbering about this and that to an unresponsive Ren. I guess she's used to not getting much out of her at times. Before long, Nomiya and Sei turn to Ren, introducing her. Expecting it, I catch the second of confusion when the guests see her arms. Sei is luckily on the ball and briefly explains about her school. Doubtfully faces quickly change to curious.
Would you... it doesn't matter. Just, would you mind telling us something about your art?
I thought the development is quite easily noticeable. What do you yourself think of the differences between the older and more current works?
It's quite rare for someone so young to dabble in abstraction.
It would have been interesting to see how you work.
Oh, definitely. I assume you use your feet. Must have been a great trouble to learn it. You should be proud. Will you be pursuing a career as an artist after school?
She's bombarded with so many questions she can't even hope
Where's
to
all the
answer all of them.
photographer cameras?
Hey, Zero.
Why is the dude tweaked out of his gourd?
Maybe that's for the best. Ren tends to talk nonsense more than occasionally.
Hello, Zero. I'm not sure exactly who you're talking about. I'm assuming it's the guy on the left. Because that's the only guy in the scene.
So where do you get your ideas? That's the fifth worst. Ren keeps stumbling, with her words looking more and more vexed by my expectant inquiries. Everyone is waiting for her to say something, but she looks like a cat. Looks like a cat got her tongue. Each question piling up just adds to her distress.
This guy, by the way, would be her teacher. He is an art teacher.
I failed to hear the question that is the proverbial one too many. It's like a motor stalling. Ren just freezes for a long, long second until she falls on her knees. Yeah, this is all too overwhelming.
Yep.
Her hitting the floor
It's too much.
Like a sack of potatoes.
Are you alright?
I don't know.
Tezuka, what's wrong, girl?
I don't know what's wrong. A terrible silence falls upon the people gathered around Ren. Everyone is petrified, not knowing how to react to her sudden seizure or something. She breathes with deep, trembling gasps as if she was running out of air, staring ahead of herself with hollow eyes. Seeing that nobody does anything, I force myself to step to Ren and lift her head from the floor, letting her lean against me to keep standing. Would you like some fresh air? Alright, let's go outside for a bit.
I'm not even answering that question. We're just going.
I don't even wait for her answer before grasping her shoulder and pulling her past the stunned-looking Nomiya, Sayemi, and Guess. Excuse us. The cool evening breeze hits my face at the door. I let go of Ren and she leans against the stone wall, trying to catch her breath. You alright? I can't say anything. Ren is still not looking at me, so I look away too.
A good way to make it more comfortable.
The street lights and colored neon signs twist my vision to a blur of near blindness, forcing me to look back.
But yeah, to answer your questions here, I'm not sure why.
At least she talks, even if she's not directing her words to me. What do you want to say? Yeah, I might just cancel my Tears of the Kingdom, like, pre-order. I don't know. Maybe both of us can imagine that we are talking to an invisible friend.
I mean, I can order it and just
go
with it from now.
Something that would have meant something. Yeah, you can order it and that's for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
The silence lasts for a long time. I don't feel comfortable being alone with Ren. I am not good at imagining things that don't exist do, or that things that exist don't. We should go back in. The guests say invited are in there. They probably want to meet you and talk with you. You know, ask you questions and stuff about those paintings you worked so hard for. I don't want them to ask me questions like that. I can never say the right things. What do you want then? Okay, that someone wouldn't have to ask me questions.
To ask questions from me.
Okay, guys, so older bro has informed me he's not going to tell me what
I refuse to let younger bro know which of these is the correct answer until after he's made it and he has to finish the route that he chooses. And if it's the bad route, then that means he has to do both routes. So,
well, if you find someone like that, then what? But aren't you happy people are interested in your paintings? I think that's the wrong one, so I'm going to say someone.
You're right. This time.
Yeah, she was being overwhelmed by people.
Yeah,
crowd of people. I was like,
no. That's the other thing, is that's just the neutral route. You saw the bad route. So, the other one just would have got you the neutral. But this is the good route.
But if you find someone like that, then what? Do you really think that it would be the same... be some kind of be-all, end-all thing? Star-crossed lovers and happily ever after? My question is met with a blank stare, the darkness in her eyes unfazed by the thinly veiled bitterness. No, I don't think that. But at least then, I wouldn't have to be alone. Aww. She whispers the words to the lights of the town, but I hear them anyway.
She finally says the thing that he's known for the entire time of she's alone in her own little world and she doesn't want to be.
I shouldn't have done this. Not yet. exhibition? She nods and closes her eyes, breathing calmly as if to prove she can, and then continues talking to herself.
I'm honestly surprised that Emmy hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah. Maybe she's like, I'll give him a minute.
It's reasonable.
Why? Wrong conjunction of the planets?
Planets.
Planets? No, not that. I double checked. And I got up with the left foot and did everything else left. Right. It's me. I was wrong. She stands straight and stretches before stepping past me out into the street. Wait, where are you going? She stops on her tracks and turns around, looking at me quizzically. School. I'm leaving. Okay. Wait. Why? Because I want to be me. Exactly. I think she doesn't want all the pressure of art right now.
Yeah.
She just wants to enjoy it.
Yeah, and that's the point. Is she's a great artist, but she's realized that she's bad at communication, and art requires you to give all these interviews and say what you mean and have all this pressure on her, and she's just realized she doesn't want any of that shit.
Yeah.
She's fine being a fucking Etsy artist at that point.
Ren walks off, leaving me behind utterly confused. Ren! But something she said really touched me. Or maybe it was the way she said it. Maybe it was the fact that she said it. I want to say something back to her before I forgot this feeling again. As if granting me a wish, Ren stops in her tracks. She doesn't turn around, just keeps waiting for me to say what I want to, even though I didn't have time to think what. Ren, listen! I don't believe you have to be alone, if you never meet anyone like that. I don't know if she heard my words, but either way, she doesn't react in any way.
And keeps going.
For the final time, she starts walking away from the gallery.
So where's Tezuka?
I walk back in.
Yep, yeah. I mean, that was obvious by the doorbell.
I know, but they were too lazy to write. I walk back in.
I think they just didn't want... They felt it wasn't necessary.
I can only shake my head, but as it doesn't seem to be a sufficient answer, I have to say something. She ran away.
What?
The horrific realization spreads on his face like wildfire.
This is a fiasco. Catastrophe. What is that girl thinking? The most important event of her life, and she just runs off. And you, why didn't you stop her? I'm going to hold you personally responsible.
Say interrupts him, holding her hands up calmly. It's good she intervened. The teacher was starting to get a few weird looks from the nearby guests. Now, Senichi, she probably just had stage fright. I don't know her as well as you people do, but I did get the image that she is somewhat peculiar. This kind of thing can happen. They'll be fine. I'll explain that she's suddenly become ill. The guests will certainly understand.
But...
Look around you. Everyone seems to be rather happy with their free wine and chit-chat.
The guests will be fine. We are missing on opportunities here. Networking, making contacts, and acquaintances.
As the adults keep arguing about something that can't be helped, Amy tugs my sleeve to get my attention. He doesn't look very happy either.
Come on.
Where?
We're going to find Ren and kick her ass.
What?
I can't believe it. She's so stupid. Ren, how can she do this? I'm telling you, she doesn't have a bit of common sense in her head.
Amy is seriously angry. Only missing steam rising from her ears. I guess I understand Amy, so she is that kind of person.
See, that's the point. This is why there's an express route of her and Shizune, because they are the same.
No.
They don't have give up as part of their...
Yeah, give up has never felt like a part of her vocabulary, and maybe she feels it shouldn't be a part of anyone else's vocabulary. It's probably best to leave her alone for tonight.
What? Are you a Rin expert now? Yes.
Yes.
Say yes.
She takes a firm stance and puts her hands on her hips, confident. I can't talk. It's like she wants to pick a fight with me too. No, I don't think that's even possible in the first place. I just don't think kicking her ass would do her any good.
Or you?
My melancholic...
No, use that right.
Okay.
Melancholic.
Remark surprisingly works as Emmy slumps her shoulders a little and sighs. Yeah, guys, I've been exhausted all day, so...
I know that.
I've been exhausted, I've been pissed, I've been everything under the sun. You do.
But he hasn't been Rain yet. Last time I did that, it changed nothing. And that would probably be why she didn't invite Emmy over this time.
Aha! Yes. The ride back to school is an empty late-night bus
In an empty late-night bus.
And an empty late-night bus is silent. Also, it's the same theme.
But
it's a scene, but dark.
Yep.
Both of us keep staring at the lights flashing past the windows without saying a word. The nightly grounds are quiet, lit only by the wane moon and yellow lampposts. We say our goodnights in front of my dormitory. Emmy reflexively clenching her fist compels me to ensure that she won't assault Ren the moment I let her out of my sight. Promise me to not go scold her. She looks up at me, her eyes again flaring with anger that I match with as calming a stare as I can. It's only easy to face an angry woman if you are not the target of her ire. After a minute of the mismatched staring contest, she sighs and shakes her head in defeat.
You're too nice, Hisao. Did you know that?
Hints of a smile are tugging the corners of her mouth as she says that, and she seems a lot more relaxed. What a sudden change of mood. Maybe she wasn't as angry as it seemed to begin with. Maybe her mood can change easily. If I was, I would have let you have your way.
Does that mean you're only nice to Ran? Yes.
Both of us are hiding our concern behind empty jokes, but at least it puts me in a good mood. Emmy waggles her eyebrows with a half-amused smirk, trying to push my buttons. Not gonna work. No, it just means I'm not nice only to you.
Hey! Now the ire is turned to you.
Good night, Emmy. With a smile. Sorry.
So get your ass out here. We're going for a run this instant.
With an evil grin on my face, I walk away.
The next day.
The day before summer vacations is waning slowly. Science is the final exam of the trimester, and then we are free falling. The collective yearning for library is almost...
Liberty? The collective yearning for library. That's only him. Only he yearns for the library.
Liberty is almost palpable in the classroom.
You know, the next time I do the Pledge of Allegiance, I'm just gonna say with library and justice for all.
Can we change the flag to
no!
the library? We need the library. The library is a new nation, and it demands sacrifice. 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 Only one region will live.
Kid, you want to have a bad time?
And that's the library. It might rain today. Who knows? I've already finished the test because it was pretty easy, so I'm doodling lazily on the flip side of the paper, waiting for Muto to call time. And of course, all of it is about Ren. It also prevents Misha from trying to covertly look at my answers over my shoulder. She might fool the inattentive teacher, but I can tell that she is trying to look. I guess it's her best bet at passing the test. Doesn't make me feel any mercy, though, so I just ignore her and look around me. It's quiet. Too quiet. You have to say it.
Yeah.
Like, anytime you say it's quiet, you have to say it's too quiet, because that's the joke.
It is not a joke. It is a fact.
It's
a universal fact.
It is a requirement. You have to say it. If you don't say it, the Sandman will come and kill you in the night.
It's the Sandman, bee ba 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 do.
The only sounds in the classroom are the quiet shuffling of papers and Muto's constant coughing. Oh, I think I had too much coffee. It makes me aware. It makes my awareness of the surroundings slowly drift to the backstage of consciousness, giving room to other things. Vacation, huh?
Vacation, all I ever wanted.
Thought it, didn't want to sing it. Alderbro sings it.
Yep.
Some people will stay at the school even over the holidays. Some will go back to their families. I don't know what to do. I should go buy a train ticket for my trip back home, but I can't bring myself to do it. I bet I'm going to get a call from home again. I just called to say I love you.
Okay, you know what? I don't think I know the song, but I don't think I would have actually connected the dots between call and that.
Why not?
It doesn't connect.
I haven't
as well.
referenced that song, I don't think, so I'm doing it.
No, I think you're fine to. I'm just saying I was surprised.
Mom's going to pester me about Mom's going to pester me about when I'm coming back, and I'm not going to know what to answer. This is really lousy. In the current state of things with Ren, it feels like I just can't bail out of here and pretend we are through. And now she has other problems of her own. I thought that exhibition opening would give her a breather, but I was sorely mistaken. The tangle just seems to thicken.
Yep.
That's my life right now. A sharp knock at the door interrupts the quiet but frantic mood of the last 15 minutes of the exam. It's Rin kicking the door.
I doubt it. Come in. Oh my fucking god.
The opening door reveals the art teacher steps in with his jacket swirling around him as though it
couldn't even
was a gust of
fucking
wind.
wait for the test to end.
Uh-oh, something bad happened. He glances at Muto,
No, he's here to kick Hisao's ass.
who glances back at him. Yeah, he's here for Muto.
Uh-oh. I forgot they don't like each other.
Oh. A frown spreads simultaneously on both of their faces as the men measure each other with their gazes.
Excuse me, could I borrow Mr. Nakai for a moment? Excuse me, Mr. Nomiya, but we are in the middle of an exam here.
A chilly atmosphere suddenly spreads in the middle of the summer afternoon as the two men try to stare each other down. I'll use my sonic screwdriver.
This is urgent, and it seems that Nakai has already finished.
Both men turn to look at me, staring at me like a pair of
basilisks.
I wave, trying to...
You do not!
Petrify.
If you did, you'd be killed! By both of them!
It's true that I've been idle for a good while.
Just turn the test back over.
So, Nomiya is right, but...
Nakai, would you like to check your answers one more time? Wow! Holy shit!
Muto speaks with an annotation weighing certain
when your teacher says, I don't know what's going on, but I get the feeling if I let you leave this room, you will die. Would you like to check your answers again?
The pressure from their stares makes me rapidly shake my head, which is apparently interrupted as an answer of some sort.
Very well, Nakai. Go with Mr. Nomiya, if you please. Take your bag with you and bring your test paper to my desk. Have a nice vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, you too, David Tennant. The entire world. Well, at least the classroom seems to hold its breath just for me. Putting the exam on hold until I stand up, collect myself, and walk to the door. Yeah, you actually called him David Tennant in that scenario. I can feel the stares in the back of my neck. My classmates probably think I'm in for some detention or something.
For all you know, you are!
On the last day of school before summer vacation. I don't know what the teacher wants from me, but I can guess it's probably about Ren.
Yep, that's what he says.
Yeah. It probably is not detention, also that it probably has something to do with Ren again. Nomiya doesn't take me anywhere, tenting himself with the hallway as it's completely abandoned.
Do you know where Chizuka is?
I wish I could say I did. So she is trying to avoid the teacher. Par for the course, probably. I wonder if she realizes that she can't avoid dealing with this indefinitely. I have no idea.
Probably her room?
You probably asked in her homeroom next door.
Of course I have. I've searched every nook and cranny of this blasted school and the girl's door. You're the last one to see her since yesterday, and you are her friend. Work with me here, aren't you worried?
I am, but I don't know what
I am, but all I know was that she left the building. I don't know any more than you do. In fact, I know less than you do.
Ren did something incomprehensible yesterday, even for her.
She made up her fucking mind.
She seems really confused. Maybe she just wants some time to think then. I got the feeling that she had second thoughts about having that exhibition. Or something. She really didn't explain what was wrong, excuse me.
What's second thoughts?
I don't know. Just got a feeling. My heads are reeling. I am being a little dishonest with the teacher, but this is not something...
I mean, you're not even being dishonest. I guess you're being dishonest in that you don't know...
You don't know where she is, like...
Yeah, it's like, no, I think he's saying he does know she's having second thoughts more than...
Well, yeah.
But, like, she's not told him that directly.
Yeah.
Just,
He came
sort
to me.
of.
Yes? Why? Maybe he thinks I'm some kind of confidant of Ren's, but I don't think I can help with this matter. The teacher huffs and scratches his head in confusion.
What is up with that girl? This is so unlike her. She's always been so goal-driven.
Goal-driven. Those don't really strike me as words to describe Ren with.
Yeah.
To me, she always felt...
Obsessive
at best. I don't mean to be rude, but wasn't it you who pushed Ren to that direction in the first place? No, it was both you and the professor.
Well, yes, but...
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Her goal is my goal. That is a mentor's job.
I guess so. I just don't know if painting can make her happy.
That's pretty preposterous of you to say, Nakai.
He probably sounds pretty irate. Did I say something stupid?
You don't understand, do you? It's not a question of happiness. For every gain, there is a sacrifice to be made.
That sounds like father talking to me right now.
Yes, it is. Great. There is no free lunch, but would I let that girl waste away her talent if she has a moment of doubt? Never! Painting is work just like any other. Tezuka might make it look like child's play to you, but she works hard every day to make her art.
Yeah. Her art.
Yep.
The art she wants to draw.
Yes, she is the copyright holder. She is not an AI. To become extraordinary, one has to make an extraordinary effort.
I'll give this line some fairness.
Yeah.
I think that's the only sensible thing he's said so far. The more the teacher talks, the more I feel that Ren doesn't think like that, even though I have no idea how she thinks.
I can very well understand why she would sacrifice her summer vacation and make up for the lost classes and exams to get a chance of showing her art. This is the path she has taken, and to go all the way, that's not easy. I know she's young, and things are hard for her, just like for all the kids here in the school, but that's no excuse.
He's finished. But...
do you have anything like what art is to Tezuka?
No. That's right, I have only vague ideas of my future. No goal to shoot for, no dream to blindly reach for. That's kind of me.
Yeah.
Like, my one goal in life is I just want to have a family. That's probably my biggest goal.
Yep.
I joined the art club in search of something I could be interested in, to get inspired by. Did I find something like that? No. All I found in the end was Ren.
So you found something.
Oh, I did. No, I don't have a passion like that.
Then you can't understand.
This flat statement allows no counter-argument, but she might not understand even herself. Still, I carry on arguing, out of spite if for nothing else.
Valid.
He's gonna be in a shouting match with the teacher.
How could she not? She's been at it so hard for the past few weeks, she put off even coming to school. Not to say anything about attending class. Don't be ridiculous.
I don't think I'm being ridiculous, but as I have no rebuttal, Nomiya seems to consider this his win.
At any rate, the opening was quite successful despite Tezuka hardly showing up. Many people were interested in her work, and one piece was even sold for a reasonable price.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
I I'm not sure you can sell the art without... Maybe they talked beforehand about some of the art being sold. Who knows? Yes, it's fantastic news. I hope that Tezuka would come to her senses when she heard about this, but...
If her art gets sold, she should receive...
Well, she gets the money for it, but
yeah.
she has to agree to sell it to begin with. So if they didn't agree to that, then that's...
But to be fair,
fraud?
Ren doesn't... I'm not sure if Ren would care.
I don't know either, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, I hope that she agreed to that to begin with.
Let's just say she agreed with it, otherwise...
Yeah, we don't care that much.
Yeah, that's
we don't,
right.
Yeah.
He sighs and takes off his glasses, cleaning them against his jacket before putting them on his nose again.
At any rate, I should be going. There's this mess to be settled with Sei and everyone. If you see Tezuka, please ask her to come see me. Otherwise, have a nice vacation.
Thanks. After he has disappeared around the corner, I ponder where Ren could really be.
Worry
Your
tree.
one spot.
Yeah.
It feels like she has not one, but at least half a dozen of these secret locations. I bounce between the desire to solve this triangle and tangle and to drop it for good. The disused classroom is just a few feet away. What to do?
This is not an option.
As I push open the door, only the shadows greet me from the inside. Hey there. Well, how about that?
Well,
well, you know, the first place I looked.
Yeah.
She's standing in the middle of the sunlit room, peering through the gaps of the curtains out into the yard. Like so often before, she doesn't start or jump, just calmly waits for me to make the first move. It's as if she is trying to become a permanent part of the furniture. The teacher's looking for you. A blank look over her shoulder is all I get, accompanied by a cryptic non-expression on her face. Are you looking for me too? Well, I found you. No, I already found you, didn't I? First place I looked. Did you? She furrows her brow, looking so puzzled that it makes me wonder if the question was asked in all seriousness.
Is any questions asked in all seriousness?
Are you talking metaphorically now? Do you mean like hills, caves, and dark, stormy nights? I'm bad at talking like that. The abruptly ended greetings give me the chance to close the door behind me and sit down on a dust-covered desktop. Ren stays standing, but at least she turns around. I soon wish she didn't, though. So
oppressive
in her expectant stare. This is her place, and I am an intruder. Although a tolerated one, I think. Despite that, she still waits for me to say something. Well, I knew what. The sunlit silence presses me towards decisions. I came here without really thinking what I would do, apart from delivering Nomiya's short message in case Ren was here. She was, and now I don't know what else I want to say. What else should I say? I hover between my two options for a moment. Ren being troubles me too. It is a surprising revelation. Almost as big as realizing that she is... that she really is troubled was.
What?
What?
Well, I know what they meant. They're saying the realization was surprising, that she is troubled.
I guess. Nothing I can do would probably help, and I might be partially to blame too. Does it mean I should just wash my hands of her?
Will you?
Didn't think so.
No.
So, what's wrong? Even though I know. Nothing. She starts to turn away again, as if trying to physically exit a conversation she doesn't want to have. Ren, stop trying to dodge me or I'll leave. Okay. Do you want me to leave? Are you still angry? It took us, or was it only me, 10 seconds to swamp the question to this.
I think they meant swap, but I'm not sure.
I wish we could erase the past, or failing that, forget all about it. I've wished for that more than once in the last few months. Let's put that aside for the time being, alright? If you say so. I do. So, I again ask, what's wrong? Say, Nomiya, we're not too happy that you just ran off yesterday. You left them in quite a pinch, and I suppose the teacher wants some kind of explanation. Seems like you just threw out everything you had worked for, and I don't get why. Did I make a mistake? My
reprimanding
and her flat answer goes so much against the usual expectations and presumed interactions that it might just as well be somebody else talking.
Well, you did specifically ask her to be a bit more clear.
Neither of us
is
like what we used to be. This stiff, constricting feeling I get every time I look at Rin nowadays seems to be mirrored in her own behavior. I hate things that go irreparably wrong ever since February. I have hated them. What can I say? Her question is enthralled by a compelling, quizzical stare that makes me sigh and frown. Conversations nobody wants to have are the worst. I don't know. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but probably was pretty stupid. She responds with a sigh of her own, although hers is not nearly as heavy as mine was. I just couldn't do it. But why? What's wrong?
Well, you backed up.
A pause, a furrowed brow, a quiet voice. Let it be, Hisao. I don't think I can really explain it in a way that would make sense. Yeah, Rin doesn't want to have this conversation either. That may be for the better. But how rare of her to admit that even she has some kind of limits. I always thought Rin was all but ignorant of her tendency to get distracted, so much that she inadvertently obfuscates everything she says. You never explain anything in a way that would make sense. Nobody else has ever asked me to. I've asked you to. I guess that's how it is. But I always wanted to make sense of you, to find out who you are. I still want to. Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see? I know you can't, but I do. Is that why I keep this up? It pains you as much as it pains me. It's unlikely to be of any use to you either. We did things and said things that can't be undone. It's as if you and me being close to each other just hurts us both, but we still deliberately keep doing it. Isn't that silly? Even now, I can see how you force yourself to respond even though you owe me nothing. I can't tell if this is in his mind or not.
It's in his mind.
Even if it's hard to talk about things like this. Why is it that you paint? Because I don't know what else to do. It's like this feeling that there is no choice. That's the only possibility. Like when there are only watermelon flavored popsicles left in the store, but you need to eat a popsicle. Her poor metaphor aside, she didn't really answer anything. Possible this makes even less sense than not knowing. But if you don't want to paint, not like that. You had to come to this school even though you probably didn't want to have a heart attack. She pauses, frowning as if something in what she said didn't please her. At least, I thank you, wouldn't it? Her careful follow-up is followed in turn by another shorter pause with another smaller frown.
What you have done is she speaks in abstractions, and you have forced her to speak in clear lines.
Would you like to have a heart attack? No, I wouldn't, and I didn't want to. But you're doing fine, aren't you? Are you still sad about it? Ren's question makes me realize that I haven't really thought about my illness for weeks. Aside from chugging down my medication every day, there's been no need to concern myself with my broken heart.
No, you've been plenty thinking about that.
It's more than a broken heart. It's shattered.
Yeah.
Which I'm only thankfully for, really. Getting to know people, a new school, a new town, a new life, it all has caught me and made the past fade away. No. I guess even I can't dwell on the past indefinitely. See? Even watermelon doesn't really taste bad if you want to eat it.
Have to eat it.
If you have to eat it. Her half-nonsensical closure seems to put an end to the subject in Ren's mind, so I just nod in uncertain confirmation. There are two kinds of silences, awkward ones that you want to break and comfortable ones that you don't mind. The first kind is bad because it makes your thoughts go awry like mine do. Looking at Ren makes me feel bad. I don't want to feel like this. Looking at Ren makes me feel exhausted. I really tried my best, she tried too, I have no idea. But we ended up like this and she ended up screwing up her exhibition opening. It feels like we are at a dead end. There's no direction to continue. I reached out for her yesterday thinking it would be the last time. She walked away. I want to be me. What the heck does that even mean? Ren, if anyone is most definitely herself. I'm sorry. Ren, if anyone is most definitely herself. I feel kind of relieved that I am not the one to blame, but this still grates on my mind. Why did she run away? It didn't make sense yesterday. It doesn't make sense today. Has he never been overwhelmed by change?
Well,
Because it's starting to seem that way.
No, he understands that. It's not... He's not confused by the I want to be me bit.
The things she said feel like they should make sense, but they don't to me. You know, about that thing you just said. Which one of them? Painting. Say said something like that to me before. That a true artist does not paint because she wants to, because she must. And I've been wondering about what she said. Why do artists have to paint? My question is probably pretty stupid. At least Ren looks at me in the blank way that she seems to say so. I don't know. Am I an artist? Well, you paint stuff and you had an exhibition too. I'd say you qualify. I think I still don't know, but okay. The thinking pause that follows seems to last for half an eternity. Unlike most people, Ren doesn't flavor her thinking pauses by body language or saying like or anything like that.
You know how many people how many people would pay money to never say or like or stutter and just sit there in complete silence thinking?
Yeah. I've noticed that I might prefer her way. The usual way even annoys me, as if people were so infuriated by the sound of their own voice they just have to keep making some noise even when they are just thinking of what they could say next. Ren just comes to a full stop while she is thinking. It's disconcerting because reacting to people spacing out is always hard, but she comes off as less obnoxious. Obnoxious. I think I want someone to see what's inside me. Not the way doctors and serial killers do.
You know, fair.
Okay, we got there. The way that doesn't make you feel lonely. Oh, that got me. Yeah. This is what you call metaphorical, you see? Please, don't lecture me about self-evident things. It's not self-evident that this is self-evident. So you present a painting to someone and expect him to magically see a glimpse of your soul. It's not like that. It's just a little like that, but not really. Don't you understand? No.
I don't do, and yeah.
I do, and I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I feel a little bit of despair. We have to do it. It's also contractually obligated.
That one actually is contractually obligated.
Yeah, every time you ask that question. My question. About whether I understand you or not. She seems almost surprised at my clarification. Oh, it's not really a question. It's one of those kind that you don't have an answer. Rhetorical? Yeah, that word. A question that is not a question is a rhetorical question. Nice. That reminds me, it doesn't really make sense. What kind of question is one that isn't a question? Rhetorical one.
An answer.
What kind of an answer is an answer that doesn't answer anything?
Rhetorical.
Isn't that a rhetorical question? You are not funny. And yet, I'm laughing!
I'm not trying to be.
But if you don't like it, would you like me to say something else instead? I don't have any good ones, though. How about your pants are on fire? This can be our secret language. Ren's honest to goodness stillness, made twice more ridiculous by the fact that I know she's dead serious, derails me like it always does. It's like some kind of safety lock to prevent me from becoming too much of a worrywart, dragging even my own thoughts off the ground where they should be. Makes me smile confusingly, but only on the inside.
You don't know that.
Even though the corners of my mouth are not drawing into a grin, I'm still impressed by her ease of wrecking any attempt at being too serious. Should she will so forget and ignore things that bug her, things that bother her. Should she will so be free of whatever burden being her means. God, these sentences. Or am I the only one who feels burdened by being myself? No thanks. But still, the times when I feel that I am on the same page as you are pretty rare. It feels like there is this huge gap, and sometimes you just go to the other side, and I don't have any way to reach to you from where I am. It's like you are in some completely different place at times, even though you are right here. That's right. There is an insurmountable discontinuity, an imaginary glass wall that blocks comprehension from happening. There might be such a gap between any two people, but with Ren, it feels more tangible. Ren does not react to my thoughts, not to the ones I uttered aloud, nor the ones I did not. It's even worse with art. I'm not very good at art. I admit it. I joined the art club because I thought it could be interesting. And I guess it is. I like art. I like your art too, but just like with you, I can't comprehend it. And I'm pretty sure nobody really can. This seems to worry her slightly. Do you think so? Yeah. I guess that art is meant to be interpreted, not understood. That's how I'd put it. That's a sad thought. It is.
It is.
I guess it might feel like one. Does it make you feel sad for yourself? Ren thinks about this for a while and then shakes her head, surprisingly vehemently. The first thing she focuses her eyes on afterward is me. Both of these things make me glad and relieved. That's good, isn't it? Anyway, you should go see the teacher and apologize properly. I think he is worried about you. Can you do that? This time she nods her head, only it's not as vehement. The hallway is empty, almost intimidating. Nomiya's office is the art classroom at the other end of the third floor hallway. Our steps echo disturbingly.
Yep.
The atmosphere is unlike on a normal afternoon. It feels like the school knows that nobody will be coming back for a month or two. The door is open, but not very inviting.
True.
I'll, wait outside.
No. No. No.
Nodding, barely noticeably, Ren strides in without stopping and naturally without knocking. Maybe that's why it takes a few seconds before I hear the teacher's voice from the inside.
There you are!
Hello? A conflict arises. Should I stay here or go somewhere else? I'm not sure if I even want to eavesdrop on them. Manners lose to curiosity, and so I stay close enough to listen in. The voices echo in the hallway, but no matter. There's nobody around save for me.
Jiggle, what on earth were you thinking, leaving like that on the big night?
I couldn't say anything. Compared to Nomiya's scalding tone, Ren sounds awfully quiet and withdrawn. The words seem to drone under his.
I have to say, I'm very disappointed in you, Tezuka.
It was no good at all.
Never mind all the things I did for you. What about Sei? What about all the guests who wanted to meet you?
There was nobody, even Hisao.
You've embarrassed us very badly, Tezuka. Reputation is what counts. Surely you know that.
It's alright, I don't need it.
Don't need? What do you think you know?
Ren's replies only seem to agitate the teacher more, his voice rising with every sentence.
The path of an artist is a thorny one, I'll tell you that. Thorny! You have to see the big picture. There'll be bad times and good times.
Things are like they are. It will be alright, even.
You might now think that it's oh so wonderful and easy, but how far would you have gotten without me? I won't always be there for you. When you lie on the floor of your minuscule room, your rent 3 weeks late, your mind blank for the 4th week straight, then you will wish that you had listened to old Nomiya a bit more.
This sounds like a conversation with father.
Yes,
like,
it is.
It's so bad.
When you keep measuring how the shadow of your chair becomes longer over the spring, because that's all your lethargy allows. Maybe that's when you'll start caring about your career.
That doesn't matter.
Your resolve is not enough.
I am not a resolved person.
You are not a resolved person. Then tell me, why? Why did we go through all this trouble if it amounts to mosquito shit?
Oh dear, the teacher blew a fuse. Him yelling at Ren makes me feel bystander's guilt. If I had gone with her, maybe he wouldn't have gotten so angry.
He might have gotten angry at you.
If I had not let her run away, he wouldn't have gotten angry in the first place. I still could go and save her. I don't think I can. I was the same. I yelled at Ren too, and I'm feeling all the more embarrassed about it now. Felt justified to vent my anger at her face just because I felt it was her fault that I was so frustrated. I was no more justified than the teacher is. Terrible silence sits upon the hallway. Ren does not have anything to say to Nomiya. Whether she has run out of answers or she knows that arguing would only make him angrier is anyone's guess. The teacher has nothing more to say either, it seems, or maybe he just ran out of breath. For a moment, I imagine the two of them just staring at each other, one full of red-hot anger, the other full of, yes, what? I can't tell how Ren feels. Not before, not now. Teacher seems to expect Ren to say something too, but since she doesn't, he finally continues in a quieter but not less angry voice.
What worth is there in doing so much work if the outcome is nothing?
Still, Ren will not say anything.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gotten so excited.
He does not sound sorry at all. Rather, his tone is cold and sharp, like he was spitting the words out of his mouth.
Seems I was expecting too much. You are not an artist, after all.
Yeah, not sorry at all. Storms out of the club room and down the stairs without noticing me. After he is gone, I peek carefully inside the room. Ren is left standing there in front of the teacher's desk. I can't say I'm sorry. She says it into the humid air of the classroom, not to me. But since the room won't answer her, I will have to. That was unfair of him. He was angry, but still. I can't decide how to end my sentence. Disdaining? The teacher feels like disdaining my own behavior for 2 days ago.
Then do that.
Stupid, but correct in hindsight. Ren won't answer, staying petrified where she stands, so I walk up to her. She stood up for herself in a way I didn't expect that. I can't determine whether it's unbecoming or not, but either way she did it. Against me, she never did. I sort of wish she had. Maybe I would not feel this bad then. Lately, it really seems that I've been wishing for all kinds of things. Ren, go away. I think you need a hug. Remember that hug you gave me on the roof? You need a hug. Why? What are you saying? You're angry with me too, right? I thought you were my friend. I thought he was too. Her voice is unlike I've ever heard it. It's bitter, sharp like needles, and she keeps staring pointedly at her toes. I don't think it's about that. I wanted you to be something you are not, and I take a deep breath and finally catch her eyes in my own, like blocking our gaze. I'm sorry. I wanted us to be something else too, more than friends. Maybe that's why I couldn't contain myself and become so frustrated, just like the teacher did. What more? There's nothing more to me than me. That's all I am. I don't understand that. Well, the answer should be obvious, right? I remember myself thinking of the purpose of friendship. To put up with everything and anything. To be there for your friend. Did I fail as a friend, thinking it could be a stepping stone for something else? Maybe because of those thoughts I didn't manage to put up with things to keep it together. As outrageous as Rin is and was, I shouldn't have let myself get caught into that, especially when I started feeling the way I did towards her. So did I fail? That's what her eyes seemed to ask. I'm sorry, Rin. I might not be able to be your friend. I don't think I could ever be a good friend to you. I say these things because they are true, not because one of us would like to hear them. But they are something that must be said. The finality of my words creates a shaking silence for what could either of us add to that. Why does all this happen? People are doing things they don't ask for and don't want, and everyone keeps getting angry at me. I have no idea what is going on anymore, and can't stop feeling like I want to run away from everything. She sets her eyes tight and breathes out deeply calmly. When the eyelids open, all I can see is dark green depression. I have no idea what's wrong with me. Her frantic outburst stupefies me for a moment, and for a heartbeat, we just gaze into each other's face. Seeing her confused eyes desperately looking for answers from mine only makes me sad because I know I have none. I don't know either. But, you know, you yourself said that things are not right or nor wrong. They just are. You either accept them, work to change them, or give up. It's not that I hate you, or that teacher Nomiya does. I just think that I am the kind of person who gives up when he feels he can't go on. And even if you hate it, this is how things are. I'm saying pretty cruel things, but I can't stop myself. The words keep rolling off my tongue in slow, hard certainty. I can see them hitting Rin almost like physical blows. As the wetness gathers into the corners of her eyes, they are still wide with the shock of rejection. Oh, she's crying. Give her a hug. As the tears start rolling down her pale cheeks, she does nothing to stop them. As they fall down on the floor one by one, she stands still, staring at me with a gaze full of hollow disbelief. But reality catches up. Ren slumps forward as if she was deflating and buries her face as deep in my shirt as she can. Ren is heavy and feather light when I support her weight. I know we're at time, guys, but I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
She doesn't really stop or bow, just just leans against me, letting her tears burn through my shirt into the skin underneath. You get my shirt wet. And I let her, bringing my hand around her shoulders in a clumsy hug that does no good to comfort her. I can feel Ren's vertebrae against my fingertips like hard and jagged reminders of how messed up things are. Her slim shoulder quivering against my palm is a pitiable sight, and the hopelessness of being part of the cause for Ren's sadness keeps shredding my heart. Okay, to make a girl cry is the most despicable thing to do, and like that, we'll go ahead and come back next time. I don't know how much more this has, but we have finally gave her the hug.
Yeah. Not the hug she wanted, but the hug she needed.
It's a sad hug. Very sad hug. Alright, guys, that is going to have to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to the videos if you read them. Follow on Twitch, and we'll see you guys in the next Katawa Shoujo, where hopefully we see a happier Ren. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.